Hey, what's up, YouTube? All right, so today what I got for you is a video. I'm going to show you guys how I structure, a beat pretty much like the easiest way to kind of do it and lay it out and the kind of way to think about it and make it easy and simple for artists to rap on and for you to be able to continuously structure these beats so that it's easier for people to rap on it and so you don't kind of mess up. So I notice when artists are recording or when I've been around artists and everything that sometimes they have trouble rapping on certain beats simply because I noticed that the producer didn't necessarily structure it or lay it out properly. So I'm gonna show you guys, a couple little simple, well, just one simple way to kind of lay it out. That way you won't have that issue in the future. So first off, you want to start with everything, and this is the beat from last week that we went over. So you want to start with everything in your channel rack like this. So I'll probably eventually make you a video on how to actually get all your beats on one channel rack and how to do it like this because this is the way that I prefer to do it. So there's different ways you can do it, but this is the way I prefer to do it. So I like to put all my sounds on one channel rack, right? So once I get it all on there and I've made the beat, so if you guys didn't hear it last week, this is the beat. Oh, the light about to go out. All right, so that's the beat, right? So so we're going to lay this beat out, and that's what I'm going to show you guys how to do. So we're going to hit this button here. Now, once you got it all in one channel rack like this, you want to hit this pattern button right here, and it's gonna. Oh, you know what? I know what I always do. My bad. I'm about to turn this light off. That's driving me crazy, man. All right, so I usually right click over here, and then I'll click. Dang, what do I click? That's not it either. Yeah, split by channel. I was looking for that. So I'll hit split by channel, right? So it splits it all to where everything's on one pattern by itself now, right? So everything's on one pattern instead of, or everything's on its individual pattern and not one pattern anymore, right? So then what I'll do from this point is click on the first one, hold shift and click on the last one, and then you can just drag them all over, line them all up like this. I like to make them all even because you'll see why. I'll make it easier when you're, copy and paste. And then I like to do lock to content. Like this. After I do lock to content, I usually will copy and paste it, which is Control C and then Control B. And I'll go over to about, the 48 bar mark, 49 bar mark, or whatever. Go like this, right? So typically, if you're listening to a song on the radio or something of that nature, or like your average, typical, everyday, song, or something that you want to have it structured like something that you've probably listened to, the easiest way to do it is if you notice, all beats kind of have like an intro usually, which is it's usually 8 bars, and then there will be like kind of a secondary intro where sounds start coming in, and then the artist will start kind of like you know introducing themselves. And by introducing themselves, I mean like talking, what I'm saying, or beginning to rap or whatever it is they do, or they may use this whole section here to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? So usually this is the intro is usually an 8 bar to 16 bar type of intro. Usually it's about 16 bars, right? Then what you'll have typically is the hook, the chorus. So like the hook, right? So usually your hook is about 16 bars, right? So you want to make your patterns in 8 bar loops to make it easier for you to count. A lot of you producers I notice are doing like 2 bar loops or 4 bar or not 2 bar loops, 4 bar loops. And 4 bar loops, you're going to throw yourself off. You're going to miscount somewhere and put like 24 bars when it needs to be stretched out to like 32. But 24 is going to cut the artist short to where he wants to rap some more, but he can't. But then the hook drops in, and he feels like the hook kind of drops in kind of weird. So then he's got to kind of force the song. That's because the verse you didn't make the verse like a normal amount. You didn't you counted by fours and then you didn't add one extra bar. So that's why I say just do it by 8 bar loops and it makes it easier for you. So typically hooks are 16 bars. So let's say you do 16 bar hook and then right. So this is your intro, which I forget how to actually add these little tabs up here. I wonder how I can do that. I'll have to find that out. Figure that out. I'll figure out how to make the little tabs up here where you can name it. Like you can put intro, then you can put hook, then you can put verse, because this is how it's going to be. Typically, verses are 16 bars or either 32 bars. See, the mistake that when you do it in 4-bar loops, the mistake you're going to end up making is you're going to end up doing something like this. You're going to end up deleting this. So this right here is 16 bars, and I guess you could get away doing this right here. This would be like a 24-bar loop, but if you did it in 4-bar patterns, you're gonna accidentally do this one day like that, and it's just gonna be 20 bars, and that's gonna throw this right here. You're gonna end up making a verse that's only 20 bars, and it's gonna throw the artist off because they're missing these 4 extra bars that you cut off because you counting by 4-bar loops. And so you may not be necessarily counting the bars. You're just listening to, oh, okay, all right, now it sounds like the hook should go back in there, but it's not. Like you have to understand that there's a flow. Because the reason why this would work in 24 bars is because when you drop this hook back in right here, this hook is going to make sense because it's going to be like the artist will pick up here. Like it'll sound like it's a breaking point here, or the artist could keep going for a couple more bars, which would be a 32-bar loop, and then this drops in. So I'll go over that here in a second. I know that's maybe a little bit confusing, but this is probably the easiest way to do it. So when I first started out and I was making beats, I would do like 16-bar loops, right? For our 16-bar verses, and then I'd have my hook come back in like this, right? And in between here, I may take some instruments out and then have some come back in. So I would do something like maybe something like this, right? The reason I took this one out and that one out is so that the hook will change a little bit when the hook drops. See? Because see, these right here are your hooks. See? And then this right here is the verse. So if you did that, then what you'd want to do is add the verses back in for the next artist if there was if there's a feature on it, and then you'd want to add either the hook back in again after this so that the hook will play 3 times, right? You know what I'm saying? The hook will be right there, and then the hook will be right here. Or you can have the same way you did an intro, you can have an outro. So you could do something like this, but usually you have it, yeah, you could have it like this actually. Yeah, you could just do it like that to where it's an outro, and that's your outro. And then say you take out some of these instruments, right? You go there, and then let's just say you have it like this. That's getting on my nerves. You see? So you have the intro, right? Hook, right? Verse, hook again, verse for the feature, and then the outro. See? So even without even like hearing this beat or playing it out, I already know what it sounds like. Like I can already tell you how it's going to end up flowing out. So like this was how I would have it set up if I was making it how I used to make beats. Like when I first started, when I was making them kind of simple, kind of easy, so that I could really get a good grasp of how to lay it out. So let's just hear what this sounds like, right? So you probably, what I would probably do is do something like, oops, like have it fade out. Create animation clip. Let's do something like that. So the reason I added this back in is because I forgot to add it in so the beat will progress and that kind of is in there. Um, Now what I noticed, this hook right here, or this verse, I like the way it plays out better because this I always felt was too short of a verse. That's why if you do like this, right, move it over 8 bars, and then say you copy that, and let's say you make a bridge, right, instead, because I've always talked about adding these into your beats, because then that makes it a verse, and then they get a couple more bars to bridge into the hook again. You see what I'm saying? So now you look at it, you've got hook, hook, then you've got a 24 bar, or wait a minute, yep, 24 bar verse. Then you go back into the hook, then you'll have another 24 bar verse, and then the beat fades out and drops again with what the beginning part of what the hook would be. You see what I'm saying? That is the easiest way to kind of just lay out your beat, to be honest. Like just the easiest, most simplistic way. Like I can show you some other ways. I show you how to add drops and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. But if you just want to lay out and structure a beat very simple, your best bet is just how I did it. Intro, hook, verse, hook, second verse for if there's a feature on it, and then it fades out, or however you want to exit out the outro of the beat, however you want to do it, doesn't really matter. But that is the best way that I can describe, oops, how to probably structure a beat. I think would make it the easiest way for you guys. So hopefully that helped you out, guys. Man, I didn't want to make this one too long. It's about 15 minutes, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Man, check me out on all social media platforms. Milan Makes Beats. If I got it, you'll find me. If I don't, you won't. Um, drop a like. Add a comment in the comment section and everything. Dislike it if you dislike it. Either which way, just interact with the video so the algorithm works in my favor, and these videos get seen by more people, and help more producers, and help people join the community. So that's really all I got for you guys, man. I just want to keep it simple for you guys. Drop some comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think. If you want me to do some other things, or if you got any or questions, shout out to the people of the Patreon. You guys already saw how the full video of how I made these melodies and everything. So you guys get to see a whole lot of extra stuff. So I appreciate y'all's support and everything like that. So that's all I got for you guys today, man. I appreciate the love and support. Keep doing it, man. I'll keep doing my thing. Thank you. Appreciate it. Peace.